the TA in Forestville, Missouri. It's currently Saturday, and I got here on Monday of this week. You guys heard me right. I've been here for 6 days. Let's talk about it. Hey guys. So yeah, you guys heard me right. I am been here for 6 days. So we delivered. You guys haven't watched that previous video, my load going to Wentzville, Missouri, we successfully delivered on Monday morning or Monday afternoon. Ended up taking us the whole day to deliver. And man, oh man, I really did not anticipate the market being this bad. Due to the fact that most of the time that when I'm out here rolling, I've been rolling on dedicated freight for like the last 5-6 years around that area. I really did not anticipate it being this bad. I mean, we're talking about, I got 4 loads canceled this week. And I probably must have called dozens of loads on the board. Unfortunately, I was kind of forced to work off the board. And it was one thing or another, you know, like if they have a load posted for $2,000 going to wherever, you know, you call them up, and as you're starting to confirm the details, they're like, well, it doesn't pay $2,000, it pays $1,500. And it's like, well, why the hell did you post it for $2,000? You know what I'm saying? It's like just to get to people to call. Like I hate it when brokers on the load board do that. Have you guys experienced that before? Like it just like, why? Just post it for whatever you got it for. Or I have other ones where I would call and there would be like, let me check with my customer to see if the load is available or whatever. And you know, some of them will let you know right away if it's available or not, or some of them will tell you they'll call you back. They never do. And like, where's the whatchamacallit? I'm trying to think of the word, the courtesy of at least letting the driver know, hey, you know what, the load didn't go through, but they just don't even bother to call back. It's crazy. So after trying so many loads or whatever, man, I just ended up getting stuck here till Monday. So I'm going to be here a full 7 days. You know, and that kind of brings something to mind. There's another YouTuber who says, know your worth. Well, knowing my worth cost me a full 7 days of being stopped. I was trying to get the better loads. I bet on myself, and unfortunately I failed this week. You know what I mean? Out of the 19 years that I've been driving, guys, I've never gotten stuck somewhere for a full week. It's just, I didn't think the market was this bad. I was almost positive that I was going to be able to get something. And it was kind of like a catch 2020 type deal. You know, there was a couple of loads that were paying decent, not great. You know, let's just say, let's put $240 a mile out there. You know, but I'm 450 miles away from picking it up. So by the time I add those miles in, it's like, is it really a $2.40 a mile load? Like by the time you factor all that stuff in, it lowers it down 50 cents a mile, depending on the deadhead. I know some people might say, well, that's better than sitting, you know, but like, I got to keep myself profitable. You know what I mean? So, I mean, yes, I am losing money by sitting here a whole goddamn 7 days. I'm not happy about it, but, like I said, I didn't think the market was this bad. It's just, it's crazy right now. And I really did make a solid attempt to try to get out of here. I'm not sitting here by choice. It's just those 4 loads that canceled on me kind of messed me up, because it's like, you move from here, you go get the loader, you know, to go get your load, because I find them all, I found them all kind of around this area, you know, 20-30 miles here and there, whatever. I didn't record any of it. And it's like when you get there, it's like, oh, you know, the load canceled. Or, you know, I had one where this load's already been picked up. So I would just come back to the truck stop or whatever. And at that point, it makes it even more difficult, because now I'm running against the clock because I already started my logbook. So it was just one thing or another. It was just bad luck all the way around. You know, come to think about it, if you guys watched that previous video, I mentioned that I had found a load on Friday of this week going down to Phoenix, the Phoenix area. And it was going to be, I think, like $3,900 and change or whatever, close to $4,000. You know, I'm kind of kicking myself in the ass for just not booking that load. I didn't book it because I didn't want to sit here Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And it ended up costing me the whole week. So I'm kind of kicking myself in the butt for not getting it. You know what I mean? But that's the reality of truck driving, guys, right now. like I said, I mean, I have throughout my career in truck driving as an owner operator, set for a day or two, probably maximum 3 days. And I've gotten lucky those times to where I always end up getting something better to make up for those days. But I knew my worth, and I worked based off that principle. Know your worth. And well, it cost me. I should have just gotten just whatever just to get out of the area. But hey, you live and learn. You know what I mean? It happens in trucking. This is real trucking, a real trucking channel, a real trucking vlog. Shit happens. You know what I mean? I got, from the mixture of loads getting canceled to calling on loads that weren't actually loads. It's just the load board is horrible right now, And the crazy part about it is I've been sitting here since Monday, like I said, here at this TA. I went out 3 times and 3 of those loads canceled, so where I just came back. And I'm kind of sitting here just looking around and stuff like that. And I ain't the only one that's been sitting here for a while. Like, there's been other trucks here that have been sitting just as long. And I'm not talking about an empty truck, where locals use it as a parking space. Like, the drivers are in the truck just like me right now. And they just been sitting. So I'm assuming that I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one in the country dealing with something like this. Maybe the length is a little excessive for me, but it's just the load board is garbage right now, and I used to do that where I used to just get something just to get out, but it's like the loads that would pay a little bit decent, to where it was like, okay, this load is doable, was going into a crap area like Colorado or Washington, Oregon, Maine, to where it was paying okay. It wasn't paying excellent. But if you've been doing this for a long time, you know that those areas are dead areas, and it was going to be a pain in the ass to get something coming out. I was probably going to have to deadhead hundreds of miles, and when you calculate that into the rate, not only deadheading to go pick it up, but then once you're at your receiving, deadheading to get out, like, are you really getting that, 260, 270 a mile? You're really not. You're getting lower than that. I calculated it to be below $2 a mile, and that's not to take into account the expense of what the carrier takes from me. You know what I mean? So like all that stuff needs to take into consideration before you make a decision. I mean, yes, the alternative is it's better to roll and make a little bit of money than to not make nothing, right? Like this week. But like I said, I bet on myself that I could probably find something better, and it ended up biting me in the ass. I should have just taken that. I should have just got that load from St. Louis, which is 30 miles east from where I'm at right now, going to Phoenix, and I probably would have been in a better situation than what I am right now, right? So, like I said in the beginning of the video, it's currently Saturday. With a particular carrier that I'm with, it's a very small chance that something can come up. I have gotten loads on a Saturday or on a Sunday, kind of like emergency loads or whatever, but they're like very few and far in between right now. But it is a possibility, but more than likely I'm going to be stuck in here until Monday, which would make it a full 7 days here at this place. And it sucks. It sucks, like I said. I think I was just a little bit too picky with the loads, but it's just kind of hard, you know what I mean? Like what you need to make. And like that's just the way I run my operation. Like I said, this is the first time that it's happened to me to where I stay somewhere for a full week in 19 years that I've been doing this. And that's all you hear on chatter on the internet and stuff, like with other YouTubers that do trucking stuff or whatever. It's just the market is bad. The spot market is bad, and I didn't anticipate it being that bad. Due to the fact that I've been here before, I figured I'm pretty sure I'll be able to find something. So that's the reason why I didn't book that other load. But I'm kind of kicking myself in the butt. I just should have just gotten that load, and I would have been rolling right now. But come Monday, I'm just gonna go ahead and just get something just to get out of this area. Try to get into a better area or whatever. Maybe like the Tennessee area, or even like the Kansas City area is a little bit better. Dallas is, a lot of trucks there, but freight does come out. We'll see what happens or whatever. But like, this is the real owner operator trucking right now, guys. Like sometimes it happens or whatever. Everybody runs different. Everybody has a different goal out here on how they run their truck. And for me, it just didn't work out this week because of multiple things, as I previously explained. And it just sucks. You know what I mean? But I figured, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and be transparent and let the viewers that do watch my videos, be able to see how it is. You know what I mean? Um, I got to thinking about it or whatever, and I was like, man, should I post this video or should I not post this video? And I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and post it, even though some of you are gonna be like, you're stupid, Gabe. You should have just got $1.30 a load just to get out of that area. You know, again, everybody runs different or whatever, and there's gonna be some of you that agree and some of you that disagree with me. I made a fair attempt to try to get out of here. I had the unfortunate of those loads canceling and a whole bunch of loads that weren't even loads. You know, it infuriates me when somebody posts up a load, you know, and it's not even their load yet. You know what I mean? Like they gotta call their customer, or you know they post it up for a different rate or whatever, you know, and it just makes it difficult. And then once you actually move from here and start your logbook, well, now you're fighting the logbook because you know your time's ticking. But I figured I wanted to be transparent with you guys and let you guys know what was going on. But you know, I'm sure it'll work out. You know, thankfully, you know, I got paid on that other good load. I mean, I know it's kind of turned into a 2 weeks load type deal or whatever. Not really, not necessarily, because I did that load in 2 days. So I guess you can kind of say it covered this week, but I should be able to get something going on this next week, and we'll take it from there. But I just wanted to give you guys this small video, and let you guys that do drive out there, let me know if you guys, what are you guys are experiencing with the spot market on the load board. Have you guys gone through the same thing I'm going through right now, where you guys are sitting more than usual? Are you just booking a load just to get out of the area? How are you guys operating your business or whatever? So, but that's what I got for you guys here today, guys. If you guys like the video, give me a thumbs up, share the content. Make sure you check out my video on the DOT inspection with the Truck Brothers or whatever, something like that. It's you'll see it on my thing. It's a killer reaction video. I think you guys will enjoy that. Don't do a DOT inspection that way. But anyhow, guys, you guys have a great rest of your day, and we will catch you guys on the next one. Peace out. You guys stay safe.
Like, share, and subscribe.